All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up. Still pouring on in. Just pouring on in. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm MrSotko. Thank you, Coiner and PuppyTube. Thanks for stopping by. Coiner, I appreciate that a lot, my friend. That was like the fastest donation I think I've ever seen. That's probably like a world record or something like that. Very much appreciated. Crypto Alchemist. I love you too, Alchemist. In a very platonic way. Riggs, what's up? How are you? So Ethereum's got some very, very good news. We'll be getting into that in a moment. Sort of letting everybody pour on in here. Letting the notification get out there, which it never seems to get out for like 10 minutes. But that's okay, because it's YouTube. We can't expect too much. Just live on YouTube today, so no Twitch. There was a little confusion in the scheduling process when it came to Twitch and YouTube today. We won't get into that, but Ethereum's got some very good news. Very, very good news. Many people may already know about it, but we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about what it's going to do for Ethereum. We're going to talk about how it's going to affect Ethereum and everybody using it. For now, however, we are in a bit of a dip. I don't think that's going to last forever. Now, my long-term thoughts on Ethereum are of course very bullish. However, I see a problem again. I've talked about it numerous times. I see a big problem with the 40% capital gains tax and the various central banks increasing their rates across the globe in a couple years. That's probably not going to be good. However, in the short term, it's likely going to have a rally probably at the end of this summer. I'm thinking August. We need some really good news first. We need good news. Many miners are working towards becoming environmentally conscious, and once the total of 50% of the hash rate of Bitcoin is achieved, Tesla will begin accepting Bitcoin for their cars, and that'll be big. I don't think it's necessarily that people are going out and buying I don't think it's necessarily that people are going out and buying Bitcoin just to buy Tesla, but of course everybody loves good news when it comes to crypto, and it's the same as any other investing market. If there's good news, it's just going to raise the price because people are going to be excited about it and they buy it. EIP 1559 block, miners have been chatting about it all day. This is the good news for sure. I think EIP 1559 is going to be one of the biggest things to ever happen to Ethereum in a very long time. Now, there's a lot of talk about Ethereum once EIP 1559 comes out that it's going to be deflationary, and this is both true and untrue. In times of very heavy Ethereum usage, which of course we need good news and rising prices for that in general. But once Ethereum is being heavily used, then it is deflationary. However, in the long term, it's probably going to always continue to be inflationary, but it is going to significantly slow the process, as currently we have like 15, 20-second blocks with 2 Ethereum per block. And that'll significantly decline. All of the fees will be burned for one, even on low usage times, which won't result in much deflation at all. Still net inflation, if you will. However, that's going to slow down the process. There's a number of things about staking, and there's many other number of things about EIP 1559, which is going to help the price of Ethereum in the long run. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about proof of stake versus proof of work, and how I sort of favor proof of stake. Of course, I always have a soft spot in my heart for proof of work. Proof of work is amazing. Proof of work should always be around with at least some currencies. It is sort of a dying fad, as we have mostly tokens out there right now. Excuse me. We have very few blockchains actually coming out, as opposed to like 2017 when there was a new blockchain basically every day that you could mine, like Vertcoin and then Z Classic and Zcash and this, that, and the other thing. Like there was all these new coins coming out. And even in 2018, there was a bunch of them, like Web Chain and things like that. Hey, Endless Parts, how are you? We don't really have that anymore. One of the big disadvantages of proof of work, well, there's a couple, and one is if it's not a popular coin, and the more people that get on it, even if it is a popular coin, so the more people that get on it, like say like Vertcoin, for example. So everybody goes over to Vertcoin when NiceHash went down. Good evening to you as well. And when NiceHash went down, everybody looked for a new miner, and it was Vertcoin. So Vertcoin started rapidly going up in price, and everybody started mining it. And the problem is one, that's a good thing because it increases the security of the coin. But two, that disperses the rewards to fewer people. As more people are mining and more people are getting rewards, it sort of takes rewards away from you. And so then the coin becomes less profitable for you, the more people that mine it, and therefore another coin comes along that's profitable and people go on to that one, and that's a security risk because it lowers the hash rate, and Vertcoin was indeed 51% attacked. I think it was 2019 or something like that. But one of the bigger problems as it relates to Ethereum switching over to proof of stake, and it's not complete yet. You still have to have the 32 validator nodes, etc. However, you can deposit on like Kraken and Coinbase, but those rates are going down pretty quick. But once it's full proof of stake, there's a totally different story with Ethereum and proof of stake versus proof of work, in the sense that if you're mining proof of work and you're getting a coin, you have two options. You either sell it or you hodl it. That's it. That's all you got. So there's a lot of sell pressure going on with proof of work coins basically all of the time. So, and that's to say with Ethereum right now too, there's just always a lot of sell pressure. There's always people mining. There's always people putting that Ethereum on exchanges and then selling it for profit in order to continue their operations and pay their electricity bills, etc. Well, that's going to be out the window. So now people don't really have to sell it for electricity costs. People don't have to sell it for the cost of GPUs, etc. So that's a good thing in itself. However, with proof of stake, you're staking it, you're receiving it, and now you have several options as opposed to just proof of work's two options. So you can hodl it, you can sell it, or you can restake it. And that's the incentive, is that when you're staking something and you get a staking reward, you go, oh boy, I'm going to restake this, essentially re-upping your dividends, if you will, like reinvesting, and then you're going to get more rewards, or at least you're going to remain competitive in terms of that staking. So you're not really going to get more rewards by reinvesting your staking, although people feel that way. So really you got to be buying more and then staking more. And with staking, that's a long-term situation, is that people will stake it and they don't want to sell their coin, because if they sell their coin, then they're going to stake less and they're going to make less the next time and the next time and the next time. So you're definitely incentivized with a proof of stake system to keep your coin and keep staking it. So EIP 1559 is sort of a part of that. In the sense that it's, getting closer to the staking aspect of it. But I do like the fact that it makes the fees from the protocol rather than from the people. Although there's still one problem with EIP 1559 in that once the network gets congested again, people can tip miners. So the whales will be providing tips. So once again, it's going to be the same process, that once it's really congested, you're still going to have slow transactions, and the people that are willing to pay are going to have those fast transactions. At the very least, it's a more equitable system in that if you're going to pay, but it's still similar to the previous system. When it's not congested, everybody's transactions are going to get through at the same time, because if it's really congested, then there's a big cache of transactions that are waiting to get pushed through, and it might not have to be for several blocks. And then the people that pay a lot are going to get in on this block, and if you pay a medium or a low fee, you're getting in 3 or 4 blocks later, or maybe even further down the line. So that's when that comes into situation. Then you're going to be tipping the miners to get your transaction in the first one. However, when it's not congested, nobody's going to be tipping miners because the cash isn't full. Like the transactions are not full. So you're going to be just putting your transaction in and getting in right at that block or right in several blocks ahead instead of way, way down the line. And you won't really need to pay anybody anything to make your transaction faster. You could, but it's not as useful as when it's congested. I mean, you still could, but if you're really desperate to get in, and people are definitely going to do that when it comes to like ICOs. Although we really don't have ICOs now. Now we have like more like platform, like IDOs kind of deal, where you go on a platform and you have a certain amount of crypto, like Polka Starter, and then you get in, and then you have to pay very quickly to get your part. And people are going to tip miners in that aspect. People are going to still tip to try to get in first for those situations, or if there's like a really new hot DeFi coin or something like that, or they really need to sell it very, very quickly, they're still going to tip the miners. So that's still a problem, in my opinion. I don't like that design. I wish everybody just was had the same situation. Although you could argue that's the same way with Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, normally like people send back and forth on an exchange, and when, for example, if you have Bitcoin on Coinbase Pro and you want to send it to another exchange or even to a wallet, you don't get to choose how much Satoshis you're going to pay. But if you have a wallet, it's just more prevalent on Ethereum because of all the dApps and things like that with Ethereum. But if you have a Bitcoin wallet, you have to choose amount of Satoshis to pay. So you'd get in quicker because the miners are going to select a high Satoshi reward, or a fee rather, for moving your transaction first. So that does exist with Bitcoin. I'm not a big fan of that system. It really favors whales. Although with Bitcoin, again, it's really not that important, as people are mostly just using it as a store of value. Can you tell us about your crypto trades? How are you playing the game? So I haven't been trading in a while. I have traded. I was trading. The last thing I was trading was Bitcoin. Was just straight up Bitcoin on KuCoin. And with the dipping prices, I said, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna hodl for now. I thoroughly believe that Bitcoin is going back to 60,000. I thoroughly believe in the future it's going to be 100,000. So I'm just not worried about it at all. Like, I've been in the market for way too long, and I'm as confident as it gets, with a very high precision, that Bitcoin, at least even several years down the line, will be at least $100,000. So, just DCAing at the moment. Also, another thing you can do in like this bearish market, if you want to even call it that, because we're still like way ahead of where we were, like, just even looking at a couple years back, is just, buy a bunch of cryptos that have interest on them, like staking cryptos. And even if you just want to hold them on Coinbase or something like that, hey, fair enough. You'll probably get more if you're just staking it yourself because of the fee that they're going to charge every time the rewards go out, but whatever. Like Algo and just like all the Coinbase coins that essentially give you an interest rate, just pile it all in there, because you're just going to be getting crypto as you sit, and depending on how much you have, it's going to be significant. If it's not a lot, it's not going to be too significant, but it's essentially free money. And if you believe that the market is going to come back at some point, then you're just going to come back with more. So you either hodl or put it in some kind of interest bearing account, like a BlockFi, or like Algorand, or some kind of Coinbase coin that happens to have like staking rewards. Even ETH 2.0, I think the rewards are a little low now, to be totally fair. But yeah, so, there's plenty of ways that you can really still make money, or at the very least, just, hodl on and really just don't worry about it. Just keep DCA buying. It's not a big deal. But the crucial Ethereum update, which forms part of the blockchain's London hard fork, has been proposed for mainnet activation block 1,296,000 or 12,965,000 due to land on August 4th. So August 4th is going to be the date unless there's some kind of objection to this. Nexo gives 12% interest. Yeah, Nexo, BlockFi, etc. Like those ones, they give pretty reasonable interest, although they change all the time, so don't expect that you're going to get 12% for the entire year. It's going to end up being less. It's just the way it usually goes. Like sometimes they charge like 8%, or sometimes they give you 8% or 12%. It rises and falls. Either way, you're going to get some kind of average up there somewhere. Because there's really not much coming out right now. There's really not a lot of exciting things. For a while we had like DeFi platform after DeFi platform after DeFi platform coming out, and they all kind of rocketed up in price like temporarily. And that's just not happening right now. So if you can get lucky with a DeFi token and it's going up in price, that's pretty amazing. But for the most part, everything's pretty stagnant right now. I mean, you're going to have gainers and losers like every day. And the gainers that were yesterday are going to be the losers of today. And that's just kind of the way it is. You're just going to have to get lucky at the moment. So like, for example, right now, like Synthetics is up 18%. EOS, for some reason, is up 15%. Terra is up 15%. Crypto.com coin is continuing to rise. I believe that's because of the MMA sponsorship. But again, tomorrow these are just going to be the complete opposite, So right now, I really don't think anything overall is going up. So right now, HODL, DCA, gain interest, maybe. Darn it. What I mean is I'm in tether till BTC reverses. Yeah, so you're just waiting for the reversal of the trend reversal to come back. Why the EOS pump? I'm not sure. Maybe there's some news. Maybe there's a new update or something like that. I really don't know. I don't follow EOS at all. I don't believe in EOS at all. So the launch date isn't set in stone yet, but Baiko took to Twitter to say that the date would happen unless anybody objected to the proposed block in the next 24 hours, but that it should land on August 24 or August 4th. So he's saying in the next 24 hours and not even until so Tim Baiko is the guy that is in charge of like the updates and when they roll out. So he's saying in the next 24 hours. And that was on July 6th. So I don't believe anybody made any kind of objection to this at all. Go Hex. Go Hex. Is Hex going up right now? It might be. It might be on its trend back up where its Hex does that. It just kind of goes up and down and up and down. Let's look at Hex real quick. See where it's at. 0.8% increase. Let's see. Let's get it further out. Yeah, not really at the moment. It might be poised to be going back up though. It does it in like waves, and this is ambiguous right at the end there. It's hard to say. It depends on like when the unlocks are. I don't follow Hex enough to know when like the exact unlocks and things like that are. So because like during those there's a big dip, but everybody buys that dip and then it ends up being higher the next time. So. It's hard to say. I would need to do a little bit more research when the next like actual unlocking of hexes and the rewards go out. Looks like a BitConnect chart. BitConnect EIP 1559 was initially expected to land July 14th. And so that hasn't happened. Introduces the gas burn on every transaction on Ethereum. It's expected to make it easier to determine the price of a transaction. The fee will also act as a buyback that reduces the supply of ETH, in turn adding to the asset scarcity. Although, again, that's a little bit misleading because when Ethereum fees are really high, it's going to be deflationary. But when it's not high, it's not going to be enough fee burn to be deflationary. So right now we have the Etherscan contract, and this is 6.2, 6.5, or 6.25 million Ethereum is in the ETH2 deposit contract, which is quite a bit. I was expecting it to be a bit higher, to be totally honest, like back when it started in like December. I was expecting it to be more like 10 at least by now. But 6 is not bad. That's $13 billion in ETH that is not moving around. This is just completely illiquid ETH. This is not moving at all. Although I do expect that the day that Ethereum actually unlocks and you get all your Ethereum too, that there's going to be a big dumping of ETH, because you're essentially going to dump 6.2 million Ethereum on the market. And by the time it actually unlocks, this will probably be more like 10, maybe closer to 15 million Ethereum, because I think we still have maybe upwards of a year left before it goes full proof of stake and this Ethereum 2 actually gets launched. Because right now the chains are essentially running in parallel, and Ethereum 2.0 right now is doing nothing, and they're just sort of getting it ready. So this is a liquid ETH. So imagine the day that this all unlocks. That's going to be a big dumping. It might be a time to get some cheap Ethereum, but for the most part, yeah, that's for sure going to dump. How much I really don't know. I mean, it's quite a bit. Now that's to say, if every single person sells, which that's not going to happen. A lot of people are just going to continue staking through the dump, because that's going to get you more rewards. Like if you continue staking through the dump after this unlocks and everybody else sells and unstakes and sells, your rewards are going to go up. So that's not a bad idea there either. Or you could get cheaper Ethereum, like sell the moment it does and then wait a couple days and pick it up 10, 20, 30, 50% cheaper, however much it's going to dip. I doubt it's going to be 50, but Richard Hart was on BitBoy's channel and didn't give anyone an inch to speak. Yeah, some people are like that, man. You know who another person that's like that is? Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know that scientist guy, the astronomer, astrophysicist? He, whenever he's on like Joe Rogan or some kind of channel or something like that, some kind of meeting, that guy never lets anybody speak. Holy crap, that guy will speak over anybody. I remember watching him on, I believe it was Joe Rogan. No, it was some kind of podcast, right? And it was the podcaster, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and the other guy next to him. I never remember his name, but he's on PBS Space Time. I don't know if you guys YouTube it. There's a channel called PBS Space Time, and it's excellent. I'm subscribed to it. And it's this astrophysicist who goes into extremely complex detail about like electron spin and neutron stars and everything. Like it covers everything. And it was that guy. I never remember his name. So it was Neil deGrasse Tyson and the PBS Spacetime guy. And I feel like the PBS Spacetime guy is equally as intelligent as Neil deGrasse Tyson, if not better. Like he's the real deal. And man, that guy would not let him talk. Neil would not let that dude talk. It's like cringy when you watch Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think he's a really articulate guy. I like listening to him sometimes, but man, he does not let anybody speak. Because Richard Hart is smarter than the rest. Oh, man. But yeah, that'll happen. He had a lot of stuff to say, I guess. Biggest airdrop in history coming with Pulse Chain. Yeah, Pulse Chain is kind of interesting. I do admit. I'm not the biggest fan of Hex, but Pulse Chain is a bit interesting. The Hobbit guy? Who's the Hobbit guy? What? So yeah, I just want to say that like when it says once again, like the fee burn will act as a buyback that adds to turning to the asset scarcity. That's a little misleading. It's hard to like really interpret that to add to the scarcity. Okay, like fair enough, but basically Ethereum is only going to be deflationary when the fees are really high. So like here's the latest transaction or the latest block reward, whatever. And it's 2 Ethereum, that's the static block reward, and here is the transaction fee. So if PBS Spacetime guy, the Hobbit guy, is he a Hobbit guy? I don't know. He's not the size of a Hobbit. I don't know his name. I don't know. I just watch him. But anyway, I seen him on a podcast one time, and Neil deGrasse didn't give that guy 10 seconds. But yeah, 0.28 transaction fees. So if EIP 1559 was out right now, during this block, we would have received just 2 Ethereum minus 0.28 Ethereum. So the total net gain of Ethereum in the Ethereum space on the blockchain, if you will, would be like 1.72. A little bit less, 1.71 some odd, but whatever. 1.72, fair enough. So instead of 2, he looks like a friggin' hobbit. Fair enough. So it wouldn't be deflationary right now. Now, if you go back a couple months in these transactions, you would see unbelievable deflationary process. It would be burning hundreds of millions of dollars like a day in Ethereum. It would be crazy. Like, so let's just go back. God, this would be hard. I'd have to go back so far. Yeah, this would take forever. Let's go to just block 500,000. I don't know if that works. Block 500,000. Is that? Oh, no. We're in the millions. We're in, like, the millions. So it was like 5 Ether back then. No. But if you go back, like if you take the time to scroll back here a couple months or find a block that was a few months back, there was 5 Ethereum rewards, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ethereum. There was 10. I seen a couple blocks that were 10 Ethereum in gas fees. Now there's going to be a block here and there with like maybe dozens of Ethereum in gas fees because somebody paid an exorbitant amount to make a transaction go through, or they made a mistake, and that would get burned. It'd be gone. So you would be adding to Ethereum, then minusing like 8 Ethereum. So total loss in that 20-second block period of Ethereum would be 6 Ethereum gone. Every like 20 seconds, boom, 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 boom. And if Ethereum is at like $4,000 or $5,000, that's an incredible amount of money, like every 15 or 20 seconds gone. So during times of high congestion, really good, really deflationary. Yeah, edit the page number. I'd have to just pick some arbitrary million block. But a few months back, we all know it. When the Ethereum fees were $30, $40, $50 per transaction. I've seen some as high as like $80 or $100 for a transaction at that period. That's not even saying DeFi. DeFi was like $100, $120 for a transaction on like Uniswap, etc. So all of Ethereum would be burned. But right now, we would be net gaining Ethereum. We'd be net gaining like 1.7 Ethereum or so, a little bit more than that per block. So it reduces it a little bit. And when proof of stake fully comes out, that's going to be a totally different story as well, because people are incentivized to, when you receive a staking reward, what do you do with it? Do you sell it or do you continue staking it? And you add, most people will continue staking it. Whereas proof of work currently, you get Ethereum and you're either going to hodl it or you're going to sell it. And people eventually will have to sell it because you have to pay your electricity fees if you're a big miner. You have to pay for more GPUs, et cetera, or replacements or repairs. So you have to sell that Ethereum, but with proof of stake, you're not going to have that overhead. You're going to have a much smaller overhead, and maybe running some computer or Raspberry Pi or something like that tops, right? And that's going to be a different story. So when you get your staking rewards, you're incentivized to restake that so that you get more rewards. The innovation with BTC was POW. Proof of stake has been around a lot longer, but is a good way to put it into a centralization death spiral. How so? I hear that a lot with proof of stake, and I think people are just repeating stuff that they may have heard at some point. How is it a centralized death spiral if everybody is staking? This is something that is yet to be proven. This is something that is just spewed out by people. It's yet to be proven. That what proof of stake, it is incredibly centralized. Why did Ethereum difficulty fall down from 8100 to 6100 on May 20th? That's a good question. Was that around the time when the Chinese miners started capitulating? I think that was in June, though, but that may have started happening before that, and a major miner may have got shut down. That's the only thing I can say about that. Perhaps, too, a bunch of people capitulated because they weren't getting those extreme fees as well. That was about the time when the fees were sort of ending, May 20th or so. Let me look at the price for May 20th, because when the price was really high, the fees were insane. So May 20th. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at that. Prices were nearly at the low for that period of time. We had that explosion, and Ethereum fees were $30, $40, $50 a transaction. You can see that some miners may have shut down at that point. Or maybe just stop mining as hard. So that's a possibility, and then there might have been just a refresh. So that means Chinese miners were making like 25% of Ethereum mining. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true, to be totally honest, because when people think Chinese miners, they think like big warehouses filled with ASICs, and I believe you would be very correct when you think that. But also in those warehouses are usually a bunch of GPUs running as well, and they'll be mining Ethereum. So I think the Chinese miner shutdown was later. I think that was like a month later, but it could have began sort of off the record, like maybe the government was telling electric companies to like shut down certain warehouses that were known miners, and that like began the process. And then but also you could say that, I mean, look, like May 20th was back here at like 2,700, and then that's when the fees really started to go down. Hey, what's up? Where are all the likes? Yeah, people, please. We got 30 people watching. Please hit the like button. We have 16 likes. Let's get that to 25 likes, please. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. The likes actually do really help with my channel. If you want to help me out for free real estate, hit the like button. It only requires a little bit of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It only takes a little bit of ATP to move your hand like that. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Christian, for the reminder. But yeah, that's about the time. So, I mean, when it comes to lowering prices, miners stop mining. When prices rise, people rush to go get GPUs and start mining again. So that makes total sense. I couldn't tell you the exact reason, but I mean, look at the chart. the price was lowering. Were Chinese miners like 25% of all Ethereum mining? That's tough to say. What is the Ethereum hash rate right now? Ethereum hash rate, it should have gone down if that's the case. And it has fairly significantly. Ethereum network hash rate. I don't know how entirely reliable this particular chart is, but let's go with a 6 month. May 20th, we had a big dip. That may have just been because of the price. I'm not sure when the Chinese mining shutdown started. I mean, we can find out when it comes to like the articles. We could Google them, but it may have started before the articles, and then it wasn't until they started shutting down a bunch of people and then physically announced that those articles actually came out. Isn't the hash rate and the difficulty one and the same? No, not necessarily. The difficulty changes. I'm actually not sure when the difficulty changes on Ethereum, how often it does, but with Bitcoin, it's every 14 days. So, for example, with Bitcoin, it only changes every 14 days. The algorithm adjusts. So what happens is like, let's say China all of a sudden bans Bitcoin mining. Okay, well, that has happened before. So what happens is that the hash rate is really, really high, and the adjustment has happened recently. It depends on how recent the adjustment happened too. But let's say that the difficulty is really, really high. And then all of a sudden you shut down a bunch of miners, like you shut down China. The hash rate is going to go down, but the difficulty is not going to go down till the 14th day, till whenever that day is. It could be in 3 days, or it could be in a full 14 days if it just happened to change the day before, right? Let's say all of a sudden, let's say it's a Monday, and the difficulty is at its all-time high. China goes, shut down all the miners. So they shut down all the miners. So the hash rate plummets fast, like really fast, a whole bunch of it, like 25%, 30% of the entirety of the hash rate dumps. The difficulty isn't going to change for 14 days. So that means that the rest of the world's miners, when you go to do a transaction, now are working on this extremely difficult, on this extreme difficulty level. And their hash rate is insufficient for that difficulty level. So now blocks aren't going to be every 10 minutes. They might be every 20 minutes or every 30 minutes. An hour might go by until somebody actually discovers the proper hash to send a transaction through and get a Coinbase reward. So I would not argue that hash rate and difficulty are the same thing. You could have a hash rate explode up. Like, let's say we're at an all-time low of Bitcoin hash rate, or at least a relative low, right? And then all of a sudden a bunch of miners turn on. Boom. Oh, China, it was just FUD. Everybody turn back your miners on. Boom. It turns back on. Blocks are going to come faster. Like, they're going to be like every 5 minutes because the difficulty is way down here, but the hash rate is way up here. 14 days, the difficulty will be back up here. You could argue that because you're a miner and the hash rate increases, you're getting less rewards. But that is not difficulty. That is not difficulty. That's a matter of how many miners there are on the network, and the rewards are going to those people or that pool, etc. Like how many people are in the pool that won the reward. So naturally, with a rising price, more people are going to hash and you're going to get less rewards, but that's not difficulty. Difficulty changes every 14 days. With Ethereum, I don't, I don't know, what it is. I'm sure I could Google it, but, I don't know how often Ethereum difficulty changes. Let's just do it. I don't know offhand. Unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum's difficulty bomb increases the time it takes to between 20 and 20 seconds. It's a difficulty bomb. I don't know. I wonder if if like the developers, Ethereum chart provides the current Ethereum difficulty. I don't know offhand. It's a good question. How often Ethereum's difficulty actually changes. But either way, it's similar to probably most other proof of work systems where it changes every so often, or some kind of dynamic change over time. But you can see the price going down, so people are but it's slowly coming back up though. So EIP 1559, I think is going to be amazing. I like the fact that, we're going to have more readable gas fees. How much is it going to be? It's going to be this much, right? And the protocol is going to set that instead of just like going to make a transaction, then it says it's $36, and you're like, oh wow, that's random. I think that's a good start. I don't like the fact that you can still tip miners. I don't like that fact at all, because when the congestion occurs on Ethereum again, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to have whales getting ahead of you. They're going to provide a tip to the miners, even though there is no more like low, medium, or high gas fee anymore. You can still tip miners, and then your transaction is going to get through. So everybody's just going to be tipping miners. And it's going to be the same thing when congestion is high. But when congestion is low, everybody's going to pay the same fee, and very few people are going to be tipping miners. There's going to be a few whales here and there that want their transaction through really fast or want to get a coin faster than you, etc. So they're going to deploy a miner tip. And they're still going to get it faster than you, but that's going to be a little bit less frequent than it is now. So that's really the only problem I have with EIP 1559, for sure. Hey guys, if you like the show, hit the like button, please. We're at 26 likes. We're at 38 people in here. Let's try to get it to 30 likes. If you like the show as well, I make a video on news every couple days or whenever news comes out. Sometimes that's every day. I do a live stream like this every Friday at around 5 p.m. Eastern time. So subscribe to the channel too, please, if you are not. And you're going to get a whole mess of crypto content. Myriad Coin, Sleeping Giant, Crypto Junkie. Man, if my channel didn't have Myriad Coin, Sleeping Giant posted to it every so often, I would just give up, Crypto Junkie. Because you have been posting that for like 4 years. One of these days, Crypto Junkie, one of these days. Let me check Myriad Coin. What does Myriad Coin even do? Is this it? Myriad? XMY? What does it even do? Implement 5 different... Okay, so it's one of those, the ASIC proof ones. To implement 5 different proof of work, so it uses script, SHA-256D, Qubit, Skeen, and Grossel, and this multiple hashing algorithm serves to make mining fairer. Yeah, I remember those. Isn't Ravencoin like that too? Doesn't Ravencoin switch up its algorithm every so often? Has like 4 or 5 algorithms it goes through, something like that. I think like X16 is its algorithm, and it has like 16 different methods it goes through, or so, and that's why it's called that, something like that. But I remember these coins back in the day where they were like ASIC proof because they would switch up the algorithm all the time. Good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, so like right now, Ethereum is just not deflationary, even if it had EIP 1559. 0.34 is this reward. So we would gain 2 Ethereum and then lose 0.34 out of the total supply. So we would still net we'd still net like 1.7, a little bit less than 1.7. Have you ever heard of Axie Infinity? It's a new crypto game. I have not. What's it about? I'm interested in crypto games, but I haven't found one that's interesting to me. Like, I'm interested in finding an interesting one, if that's like, if that makes any sense. So yeah. Oh, SEC alleges insider trading on long blockchain iced tea company. I remember this. So I think it was 2017, late 2017 or early 2018. I made a video on this, and the Long Island iced tea company switched their name to Long Blockchain Iced Tea Company, and their stock went up like 500%. Biden warns Russia's Putin to act on Bitcoin ransomware after 70 million attacks. So yeah, if you guys didn't hear this news, there was like a bunch of companies across the world, and a lot of them in America, that were hit by a ransomware attack. The biggest one was in like Florida. It's some like tech company in Florida. And they want, every company can pay up in Bitcoin to get their software and their computers unlocked. But if you pay 70 million, they will unlock all of them, and you're supposed to pay $70 million in Bitcoin ransom. So that's not going to be good for Bitcoin. That's a bad look for Bitcoin. So like whoever's doing this, I wish they would stop, to be totally honest, with the ransomware thing, because it's just not a good political look for Bitcoin. Like, I get Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and like Bitcoin isn't doing this. I get that, you know what I mean? Like, Bitcoin is decentralized, and Bitcoin just does what Bitcoin does, like whatever you tell it to do, right? But it's not a good look for Bitcoin politically. Love from Holland. Love as well. Love as well. Crypto junkie. Myriad coin sleeping giant. It's pretty cool. Actually, it's like Pokemon. The pay is kind of good too. Try to look it up. I'll take a look at it. Hey, could you tell us again what the big news is? EIP 1559 is coming August 4th. It's going to burn the fees. Of course, right now it's not deflationary. It will be deflationary when the congestion is high. So, for example, a couple months ago, Ethereum was 2 Ethereum per block reward, and then there was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, upwards of 10 Ethereum per fee, like in fees. So that would mean that Ethereum would gain 2 and then lose 10 Ethereum when it was really congested. However, so that would be like a net loss of 8 Ethereum. So that's going to be big. Also, when proof of stake comes out, which is soon, Vitalik Buterin wants it to be December, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I think that's going to be soon. I think that's going to be under a year. The difference between proof of stake and proof of work is that when you're mining proof of work, you get coin, and the only thing you can really do is sell it. I mean, you can hodl it, but it's basically like you just sell it. With proof of stake, there's a different incentive where you get a reward from staking, and then you just restake that reward. So it makes people hodl more. So Ethereum is really set to start going up in price over time. So right now, again, we would still have about a net reward of Ethereum to the total ecosystem of like something like 1.7 Ethereum. So the miners would still get 2 Ethereum, but we would just burn off the transaction fees from the people who made transactions before that. So a net gain of something like 1.7-ish Ethereum. That's about what we're at right now, like in the Block Explorer, based on so this is 0.28, so a net of about 1.7 overall Ethereum per block. So that's significantly less. So that's quite a bit less. It's, like 15% less Ethereum that we're getting per block reward during low congestion times. But another thing to think about too is that layer 2 solutions are coming. I feel like it's Game of Thrones at this point, where the dragons are coming. And it'll be soon. Like it might be next season, right? But the dragons are coming, right? But the layer 2 solutions are coming. And that's going to be less fees on the network. So Ethereum will have less fees because of that, not because of EIP 1559. So there's going to be less deflationary aspect to it. But during times of really high congestion, we're going to be burning a lot, especially like I said, like 2 months ago, it was like 6, 7, 8 Ethereum per block in fees. So we would be burning that. And imagine burning $4,000 times 8. So like $32,000 like every 20 seconds. That's a lot of money. Over the course of a whole day, that's tens of millions of dollars, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars over a week or less in Ethereum being burned per day. So 8 Ethereum every like 20 seconds or so, which is the block of Ethereum. It's about like 15 to 17 per block reward, something like that, 15 to 20 seconds. And so we'd be burning quite a bit. You can see the fees here, just like whatever the decimal is. And so we wouldn't be burning that much right now. But when it was way back a couple months ago, we'd be burning unbelievable millions of dollars per day. So just by holding on to your Ethereum, it's going to get significantly rarer during those times. And because everybody's just essentially burning their Ethereum every time they make a transaction. So the GUI right now is only 18, so it's very low. Yo, Thomas Scott News, how are you doing? But yeah, the ransomware is not good. That's not good at all for the name of Bitcoin. So yeah, they're demanding it in Bitcoin. I was gonna make a video on this actually, but I totally forgot. But yeah, huge ransomware. The biggest ransomware attack ever in the history of the world. A series of ransomware attacks hit the U.S. this year, most recently against the IT company Kaseya and the thousands of organizations that use its software, Revil, which I always think is Resident Evil. Like, I just can't help myself. Like, capitalized R with a capitalized E, that's Resident Evil. A Russia-based cybercrime outfit has demanded 70 million in Bitcoin to restore the operation. So I heard that, like, the individual companies can, pay like $1 million or $2 million or whatever their particular ransom was, and then their systems will be unlocked. But it's like 70 million total, and like the whole thing will be unlocked. So I don't know if they actually paid this or not yet, but yeah, terrible look for Bitcoin. And sometimes I wonder if it's like a big conspiracy to make Bitcoin look bad and just be like, hey, look how bad Bitcoin is. Like, look at all these ransomware attacks on Bitcoin. Like, I really don't put governments down when it comes to I don't underestimate governments when it comes to like conspiracies. I'm not like the biggest conspiracy guy in the world. In fact, I'm pretty logical when it comes to conspiracy theories, like, you know, on a case by case basis. But yeah, I wouldn't put it against any government, you know, to make some kind of conspiracy and like ransomware of Bitcoin to make it to finally like ban it or something like that. But the SEC alleged this is a good one. This has got to be good. So yeah, in case you guys don't remember, it was like 2017 or 18, like early 2018, maybe late 2017. The Long Island Iced Tea Company changed its name to Long Blockchain Iced Tea, and their stock went up like 500%, just because they changed their name. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything special. And it just like went up in price just cause if why not, right? Blockchain, because like blockchain was so hot at the time that like literally anybody could come out with any project, any ICO, any blockchain name, and it would just explode in price. Where I gotta find Meep. Meep should be in here. Meep Vestments from Germany. Great friend, great ally in the crypto world, and I just hope he shows up in the stream, because if he does, you guys should ask him some questions. You guys should really look into Meep Vestments, Germany's greatest cryptocurrency investment firm, apart in any German-speaking country apart from Austria. But Meep Vestments ain't a joke. 30% extra gains every time, 62% of the time, sometimes. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission continues to lay down enforcement on Long Blockchain Corp. I can't believe they're still named Long Blockchain Corp, which is, believe it or not, a beverage making company. Today, the agency announced it has charged 3 individuals with insider trading in relation to the firm's famed branding. Yeah, you think so? In December, it was December 2017. Yeah, I made a video on this, so you can probably go back to my channel all the way back to December 2017 and find it. As the price of Bitcoin surged and the press was awash with hype over the potential of blockchain technology, the Long Island Iced Tea Company announced that it would change its name to Long Blockchain Corp. Its stock rose 500%. See what I mean? I remember this one. This one was amazing. I don't think I'll ever forget that news. Is it important in any way, shape, or form? No, not really. I mean, there's a little bit of a precedence with it, but like I remember that it rose exactly like 500% for no reason, just because they named themselves Long Blockchain Company Corporation. Oh man, we got President of El Salvador with some laser eyes. 77% of El Salvador residents believe Bukele's Bitcoin law is not a wise move. According to a study commissioned by the Center for Citizen Studies at Francisco Gavidia University, a local university of El Salvador's capital, San Salvador, adoption not very wise, not wise at all, with only 12.9% of the population calling it wise move. Maybe because they don't understand Bitcoin at all. And I wonder if this study was funded by someone else, you know? Like, where did the funding come from this study? Was it the university, or was it some foreign entity that made you that had you guys make this, right? Because the whole world's looking at El Salvador, and like the world banks are like, El Salvador, like we're gonna fund a commission that'll make everybody say that it's not very wise for Bitcoin. Well, screw you guys. Learn Bitcoin. It's the world. It's the future. What do you think of Bitcoin at this moment? Is this the end? If the all-time high prices, or your opinion, it'll explode in the next 5 to 10 years? Absolutely will explode in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm extremely confident of that. 2024 is the next halving. 2028, and then 2032 will be below 1 Bitcoin. So 2032 is a special year, in my opinion, for Bitcoin, in that that year there's a halving of Bitcoin, and it will undergo its last halving over 1 Bitcoin. So 2024, it's going to be 3.125 Bitcoin. 2028, it's going to be like 1 point some odd, and then in 2032 it's going to be like 0.7 something like that Bitcoin, somewhere around there. So it's going to be less than 1 Bitcoin in 2032, and that's going to be huge. That'll be huge. Like, miners will have to sell the price at a ridiculous price, because imagine mining with a gigantic warehouse of ASICs that all run at like 3,000 watts, and you get a reward and it's less than 1 Bitcoin. You would have to sell it for a tremendous amount of money. Especially, imagine if you were pool mining. Imagine if you were pool mining and that reward goes out to the pool. You're going to get like 0.000124 Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, even if you had a lot of hash rate, it's going to have to be very expensive to continue the process. And I think that's the glory of Bitcoin, is that there is only 2 ways. There's only 2 ways it can happen, unless there's government intervention where they ban it or this, that, or the other thing, right? There's only 2 ways that it can continue on if left untouched by like governments or like any kind of bans or anything like that, right? And one is the price stagnates and miners can't continue mining at these prices, and most of them capitulate and a few of them stay, right? And it kind of continues, but for the most part it would die. If the price didn't keep going up, it would kind of die, because the electricity cost would be too high eventually. And then the other way is that it has to keep going up in price, because miners will keep undergoing halvings every 4 years, and they'll have to sell it for higher and higher prices at least every 4 years. Has Elon Musk stop tweeting about crypto? I don't think so. The last tweet I remember was the Dogecoin do baby Doge. He was like pumping up baby Dogecoin or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I wish he would stop, to be totally honest. I agree with Elon Musk. It feels like market manipulation. It feels like he should have a talking to or something like that. Yeah, also Crypto.com is going to be doing an MMA sponsorship. That's pretty huge too. It's like $180 million Crypto.com sponsorship. So they're going to have their logo and stuff like that in the arena. Which that happened with that also happened with Litecoin, and it didn't really seem to help that much, but it's a start. I can dig it. You know what I mean? It's a start. Hey guys, so after this stream, when I'm all done, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tonight, probably. So if you guys have Twitch, go ahead and hit that link. Give me a follow once I shut down the stream today, which is not going to be yet. So stick around. I'm going to probably stream on Twitch tonight, and it'll just be video games. So I just try to like do video games on Twitch and keep the crypto on YouTube for the most part. And but I still talk about crypto. I still answer questions. We still have a good time. We still have a lot of fun conversations in general. So nothing to scoff at. It ain't a joke. So give me a follow on there if you get the opportunity to do that, if you happen to have a Twitch. If you don't have a Twitch, make an account, because Twitch is actually pretty awesome. They have a crypto category, and there's always a lot of TA and stuff like that on there. So don't knock Twitch just yet. Authority has a problem with Bitcoin ads. Well, what company doesn't? Let's see what else we got. Let's check cryptocurrency Reddit today and see what's going on. Anything fun? TikTok influencers are banned from promoting cryptocurrencies. Wildly popular video sharing app TikTok, which is partially responsible for the rise of meme currencies like Dogecoin. Is it? I don't watch TikTok. I think my wife started to watch TikTok recently, and I had my brother-in-law lived with us for like 2 months while he got a job and like got himself out of here and stuff like that. And this was like I don't know, this was like earlier, this was over the winter. And that dude used to watch TikTok all the time. And I used to tell him, man, he'd come up to me and show me some TikTok conspiracy or something like that. He'd be like, check this out. And he'd like show me it on the phone. And I'm just like, dude, is that TikTok? I'm like, you realize everything on TikTok is fake, right? He's like, no, it isn't. I'm like, yeah, it is, dude. It's for views. Like literally everybody just makes a video for views. Like they'll like give a homeless man $100 for views. Like literally everything on there. Like people like just make up some conspiracy theory and then make a video about it. It's fucking for views. views, man. That's all it is. Like, it's totally fake, man. Which is kind of ironic because I'm sitting here talking to a bunch of people live, right? And it, like, I want more views, of course, but like, it's not TikTok. You know, there's like a fundamental difference, right? Like TikTok, everything is fake. Like almost everything I've ever seen on TikTok is fake. He's like, dude, you're gonna ban guns in like Kentucky or something like that. Look at this TikTok video. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, did you look it up? He's like, no. She's like, it's right here. I'm like, did you look up the law? And so, like, I look up the law, I just Google it. I'm like, blah, 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 like Tennessee, or it was like Kentucky or some like gun ban, right? And it was a proposal for some, like, that you can't open carry, like, in front of the courthouse or some shit like that in Kentucky, something like that. And, like, I was like, dude, you didn't even bother to look up the information, man. I'm like, look, it's right here. Like, there's no ban. They just don't want people walking around the courthouse or like the airport or some shit. So it was something like that. Like, it wasn't like this ban, but like the TikTok made it seem like the whole state was fucking banning guns or something like that. I was like, oh my God, man. Did you even look this up? No. Dude, bro, you can't just believe anything you watch without, like, going to Google at least and, like, Googling it at the very least. You know what I mean? Like, put some investment into it. Put some time into it at the very least. Dude, guys, seriously, TikTok sucks so bad, and my wife started watching it recently. My wife is an Instagram influencer, and even she is saying that TikTok is dumb. Yeah, man, exactly. I tell my wife, but she's like, I like watching all the cooking things and the nail videos. I'm like, okay. Like, she's like, I like the funny things. Okay, fair enough, at least, right? But I'm just saying, my stepbro was like into conspiracy and political stuff on TikTok, which all of it was just total garbage. He'd come up to me like every single day and show me a video. He's like, dude, check out this video, man. They're like starting to like, they're gonna like blah, blah, blah everybody. And I'm like, is this TikTok? And I'd get out my phone and I'd look up the same thing. I'm like, bro, dude, it's not even like that. This is a totally different situation than they're talking about. It's for views, man. They're making you dumb. Like, I would tell him that. I'm like, they're making you stupid, dude. Oh my God. But anyway, I agree with that. TikTok influencers banned from promoting cryptocurrencies. I think I kind of agree with that. Then again, I wouldn't agree if YouTube influencers were banned from promoting cryptocurrencies. Because I have a few times, you know. I come across a great crypto that I like to talk about from time to time. And I wouldn't want to be banned either. So I agree and I disagree with this. The only reason I agree with this is because it's TikTok. That's it. Because my bias against TikTok. That's it. But I don't agree with banning people from talking about crypto. I saw some stock investing videos on TikTok by like 16-year-olds. Oh, God. It hurts my face to even read that. Don't type that again. Hello to you all and MrSotko. Emmy, how are you? Jeremy, sorry, I'm a bit behind, but be wise as time goes on the move. You have the more you get. Ow, that hurt my brain. To be successful, you just buy these 4 stocks. Tesla, Apple, Biotech, and SpaceX. Yeah, but what about 3M, Andre? 3M is a dividend stock. You want to get in on that fucking 3M. Let me tell you that. $1,000 a month into 3M, and in 20 years, you're going to have $2.6 million. Okay? 3M ain't a joke. Them dividend stocks ain't a joke. But Tesla, Apple, Biotech, and SpaceX, I actually agree with that. But I don't know if that's just the 4 stocks you should be buying. And I don't know if you should be taking anything from a 16-year-old. Like, if they haven't filed their taxes, you're too young for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, you haven't filed your taxes. Like, I made a few videos over the years, as you can tell with my YouTube channel. I think I have like 800 cryptocurrency videos, or I'm coming across like up to 800 cryptocurrency videos total. And I've had a few, like, other YouTubers, like, make responses to some of my videos. Whoa, what about 3M? 3M's a dividend stock, my friend. 3M ain't a joke. Yeah, $1,000 a month into 3M and the dividends. If you keep reinvesting those 3M dividends, which are about 10%, you're going to have 2.6 or 2.3, something like that. What's the difference, right? It's only $300,000. Woohoo! Right? $2.6 million after 20 years, $1,000 a month into 3M. Because it's a dividend stock. Yeah. You trust me, guys. You're gonna want them dividend stocks. If it don't give you dividends, it's a joke. Okay. Before long, a few entities hold most of the supply and control the network. I don't know about that one, man. I think you could argue that same thing with proof of work. Is that a few entities over a long term, whales have so much money that they set up a farm that controls the network. I mean, you could argue that about China. I don't know about that. Edward Alvis, hey, what's up? Yeah, proof of stake so far has not been found to be a case for centralization. I will admit that it is easier to buy a bunch of Ethereum and then can possibly control the network than it is to make a farm and control a network. But so far, I really don't think that's the case. And I think with Ethereum, it's definitely not going to be the case because Ethereum is so large and so expensive that it would take the world's monetary supply in order to be able to control the proof of stake network. Plus, the Ethereum 2.0 proof of stake network is sharded, so you would never be able to control the entire network. That's not how it works because it's sharded. That's why you run a 32 Ethereum node, and those nodes are their own sharded network. So you have big groups of these sharded 32 Ethereum node networks all across the globe, and anybody that had the majority of ETH would not be able to control the network because it's sharded. So trust me, I've looked into it. Okay, guys, proof of stake is not nearly as bad as the world made it seem. Proof of stake was the whole myth of proof of stake becoming centralized is only because maybe shitcoins, and because a total myth, and people just keep repeating it. They're like, proof of stake, I heard one time 4 years ago it's centralized. No, it's not. Okay, if you have a coin that's 0.0001 cent with a huge ass circulating supply and it's a proof of stake, and then you go out and you buy 6 trillion of them, yeah, you might control the network because it's a fucking shit coin. But this is Ethereum. This is a totally different situation. That's not proof of stake doing that. That's because your coin was a shit coin. In the same way that Vertcoin or Ethereum Classic is a shit coin, and people can 51% attack it. Does that mean 51% attacks and proof of work are centralized? No, it does not. It just means that you attacked a shitcoin, okay? So proof of stake does not lead to centralization in the same way that proof of work does not lead to centralization, okay? If you have a shitcoin like Ethereum Classic, you can 51% attack it. Does that mean proof of work is bad? You would have to argue, if you argue that proof of stake can be manipulated because you can buy too much of it and then control the network, then you have to argue, then you have to just capitulate. You have to sit down, cross-stop, Indian style, sit down, face the corner, put a dunce hat on, and say, proof of work isn't good either, then throw all your cryptocurrencies in the garbage. Throw them all in the garbage. Throw all of your wallet.dat files in the trash. Throw them all in the trash. Get rid of them, right? It's like being against drugs, you know what I mean? All of your favorite artists, you know what I mean? Like that comedian. Just throw them all in the garbage because it's not a valid argument, because proof of work is amazing. Proof of stake is amazing. Can proof of work be manipulated? Yes. Can proof of stake be manipulated? Yes. But you need a shitcoin to do it. And Ethereum is not a shitcoin, plus it's sharded. So could you control maybe a small portion of the network? Possibly, but it would take $20 billion, and then you would only control your sharded section. I mean, you could argue that you could do that to any proof of stake coin, or you could argue you could do that to any proof of work coin. Could you 51% attack Bitcoin? Yeah, but it would cost you $30 billion to do it. You'd have to have half the computing power on planet Earth to do it. But that doesn't mean that proof of work is bad. It just means that there's no incentive to do it. What's your opinion on roll-ups in layer 2? So yeah, layer 2s are going to come along. That's great. I like optimistic roll-ups. However, they keep pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And Jeremy, I don't mean to argue with you. It's just I think I'm bringing up I just believe that I'm bringing up a valid point. Is that proof of work and proof of stake are good, but if you have a shitcoin, then neither one of them are good, right? So you can't just say that proof of work is better than proof of stake because both of them can be manipulated. It depends on the circumstances. So I like the idea of layer 2 solutions, and I hope that Uniswap brings out optimistic rollups as fast as possible. They're just not ready yet. I think it's going to make EIP 1559 a little bit moot, because like taking a look at just a random block here, this is like 25 minutes ago, we see a 0.28 transaction fee reward. So when EIP 1559 comes out, we're going to have a net increase of this 2 minus 0.28, so more like 1.7 Ethereum are going to go out into the wild. So we're going to have a little bit less inflation on Ethereum. When it's really congested, it will be deflating. It will be burning a significant amount. However, I just wonder if the layer 2 solutions are going to lead to less congestion and therefore will never be truly deflationary. But even still, the fees will be burned. So layer 2 solutions will essentially make EIP 1559 a little bit less good. But it's still a pretty amazing concept in my opinion. I like EIP 1559 a lot. Miners don't, but I do. I once had dividend stocks which yielded like 10 to 15% amount based on the buy price. Sold them to buy a house, but in the last minute I retreated from the contract. No house. These stocks now only yield 3 to 4% with current prices. Yeah, fair enough, but still 3-4%. As long as the stock is continuing to go up. I think 3M is close to like 10, something like that. I don't know. I just named a random dividend stock. But yeah, 3 to 4% still isn't bad, especially if the price of the actual stock is going up. So not only are you getting the rising stock value, you're also getting the dividend, and then you can just reinvest that dividend and continue riding it for 10, 20 years. So that's still not too bad. That's still better than conventional inflation. That's still significantly better than a savings account, Again, combine the 3 to 4% with the rising value of the stock. If the stock's $100 and then after a few years it's $150 and you were buying it the whole time, you have a pretty good increase in your wealth. Missed the beginning 20 minutes. Have you spoken about Binance? I'm in the UK and now I have to take a detour to get my money into Binance and PancakeSwap. Yeah, unfortunately. I mentioned Binance in a video the other day. What video was that? So I don't know if you're new to the channel, but I make semi-daily videos. And I'm not sure which video I put that in. Maybe it was the last video or the second to last video, but I did talk about the Binance ban and in the UK and their Euro stops. You can still use a credit card, I believe, Roger. I believe they did not ban the credit and debit cards, although you're probably going to have a bigger fee, instead of moving the money direct to an account. So, but yeah, I think you could still use a credit card to buy. I don't know about moving it onto your credit card or not, but yeah, so they were banned. But I'm not surprised by that because Binance, operates in Malta, and yet they still try to, operate like worldwide, and it's just not working for them because they're just simply too unregulated for the world. And trust me, I believe in decentralized exchanges, and I also believe in exchanges that are centralized, that are just able to operate without impunity. But we all know governments, we all know the world. They all want regulation. They all want their chunk of the pie. They all want their slice. They all want their taxes, and of course they're all going to want to regulate Binance if they're not getting their fair share. Won't the layer 2s become a sort of free-for-all? That's hard to say, depending on how people use them. So with the layer 2 solutions, you have to add them to your smart contract. So it's not necessarily like you're just going to be using a layer 2 solution. They're in contracts. So for example, Uniswap is a contract, and Uniswap can add it to their contract, and then it will essentially just put transactions in a side chain, and then later on it'll sort of batch those transactions. So instead of like me doing a transaction, that's a fee. You doing a transaction, that's a fee. This guy doing a transaction, that's a fee. What we'll do is we'll all essentially cache our transactions to a layer 2, and then later on make those transactions in a batch form. So it's significantly less fees like that when you just batch it all at once, instead of just doing an individual. I think layer 2 solutions are going to be better for like limit orders and stuff like that, because currently when you go to Uniswap or like 1inch or something like that and you try to do a limit order on a decentralized exchange, some of them don't even allow you to do it. Credit card fees, no, man. But some of them don't even allow you to do limit orders. But the ones that do, it's really strange because, well, on a centralized exchange, you're just credited with Bitcoin. You don't really have, like, there's just one big wallet. Like, there's probably a bunch of hot wallets and maybe a few cold wallets, right? But it's all in one essentially big wallet, like all the coin. And when I make a trade, like I have 1 Bitcoin and I sell it to you for $30,000, they credit you with 1 Bitcoin. They don't send the Bitcoin across the blockchain into your personal wallet until you actually physically cash out. So I'm just credited now with $30,000 and you're credited with 1 Bitcoin, right? That's how it works. And then you sell it and you just credit somebody with it. So it's not actually moving. Whereas with the decentralized exchange, every action must be on the chain. So when there's a limit order, you tell the chain, okay, I want to buy Bitcoin at $30,000, right? Because Bitcoin's currently, let's just say it's at $32,000, and you're like, I want to buy Bitcoin at $30,000 even. So you make a limit order. But when you do that, that's a query to the blockchain. That's a fee. That's a fee. Because you told the blockchain that your address wants to buy at this price, send the Bitcoin or send the Ethereum, right? Ethereum, to my address when it's at 30,000, right? Do the trade. And that's a problem because now everybody has to, every single move you make is a transaction. Even if let's say that order only gets half filled, that's a transaction. Now you need another transaction to half fill the other side of your order. So like, let's say you want to buy 1 Ethereum at $2,000 and somebody sells you only 1 Ethereum or half Ethereum at $2,000. So now you still have your limit order up for half an Ethereum at $2,000. So that's 2 transactions because one person sold you half and the other person sold you half an Ethereum. Now you have your 1 Ethereum at $2,000, but it was 2 fucking transactions. That's a problem. That's why layer 2 solutions are really, really good for Uniswap, because you have essentially a bottom section now, like a cache. And I say, I want to do a limit order. Okay, put it on the layer 2. Right? And then when all of those transactions are done after a certain period, then we'll make the transactions. Because somebody else will put their order on there and they say, okay, I'll sell half an Ethereum to you, but it's not completed yet. It's not completed just yet. Now another person comes along and says, I want half Ethereum on you, but it's all in the layer 2. Then later on, they batch it and you get your Ethereum at 1 transaction. So that's a completely different situation. And that's why decentralized exchanges are so expensive, because like when let's say you have 1 Ethereum and you want to buy 88 mile per hour token, when you actually go to make that transaction, you tell the blockchain to start. That's a transaction. Then you basically sell your Ethereum for wrapped Ethereum, and then you get your Ethereum. That's a transaction. And now you have your wrapped Ethereum. Now you say, okay, now take that wrapped Ethereum and give me my 88 mile per hour token. That's another transaction. So that's like several transactions just to swap and get a coin. And that's why they're so expensive. That's why you see like Ethereum fees are at $20, right? Like let's say it's high, it's at $20. And you're like, okay, that's not too bad. So you go on to Uniswap and you make a transaction and it says it's going to be $90. You're like, what the hell? That's totally different than $20. Why is it so much more expensive? Well, 1, Uniswap has their own fee. And 2, just to make 1 swap, you have to like Ethereum to wrapped Ethereum, from wrapped Ethereum to the token. And there's a bunch of transactions in 1 move on Uniswap. And that's why layer 2 solutions are going to be amazing for fucking Uniswap and 1inch and stuff like that, like the DEXs. And that's going to be able to have a lot more people start to use DeFi, because currently there's a lot of people that can't use DeFi because it's just simply too expensive. Like if you're only trading a couple $100 in Ethereum, and you just want to get a token, you think it's going to go up in price, and you only got a couple $100 worth of Ethereum, you can't do it. It's too expensive. It'll take the majority of your Ethereum just to make the transactions. And then later, when you want to go to sell it, when it went up in price, did it go up in price 20%? You still can't sell it. That's not enough of a percent of a gain. Even 20% is huge, but it's not enough because you already just spent half your Ethereum to get this coin. And to do another transaction is going to be half of the coin that you just bought. So it's got to go up like 300%. That's why everything on DeFi platforms goes up 700%. Because the liquidity is so low for one, and two, if it doesn't go up fucking 700%, nobody can sell it. DeFi's got a major problem right now that not many people are talking about. It's the fees. And because it's not layer 2s, or at least sharding in Ethereum 2.0, the transaction rate is simply not high enough. Yes, I understand the concept about how layer 2 works. My question was more about the possibility of many different layers coming into existence. That is certainly possible. I know that Uniswap wants to use optimistic rollups. I'm sure many different contracts will use different layer 2 solutions. And I suspect, Edward, in the future that once there's many different layer 2 solutions like you're suggesting, that some of them are going to be bogus, and that a lot of people are going to get their like coin locked up from time to time in the layer 2. Just like Lightning Network, once in a while people will like close the channel on Lightning Network on Bitcoin, and you just lose the Bitcoin completely. It's just totally gone. And that's going to be like that with some layer 2 solutions, I suspect, that like, you know, maybe it was programmed poorly or added to a contract poorly, and people are going to get totally screwed. So there are going to be many different layers. It just depends on what your smart contract wants to use. It's on the developers to add them to their smart contracts. Like, you don't use a program called optimistic rollups. It's a set of code that you put into your contract and how it works. So I suspect that some of them are going to screw people over. Varn, hey! I was telling people about Meep Vestments. To show up to Meep Vestments, head on over there to the greatest German cryptocurrency investor in any German-speaking country, apart from Austria. Meep Vestments. It ain't a joke. Thanks. I'll look into that. Yeah, man. Man, maybe find a different exchange, dude. You ever try KuCoin, Roger? I love KuCoin, man. KuCoin's one of my favorite exchanges. Check out KuCoin. That's an Ethereum 2.0 feature. This use layer 2 solutions for DeFi transactions. No, that's a layer 2 solution, so it has nothing to do with Ethereum. The layer 2 solutions are like optimistic rollups and various other ones, and they're basically just a big line of code that you add into your smart contract, and then it effectively is like a cache, if you will, and it will batch transactions outside of the chain and then send them at a later date. And that could be 5 minutes, that could be 10 minutes from now. It doesn't really matter. And that way there's one transaction instead of individual ones. Like, I want to make a purchase of this token, you do, and let's say 10 other people do. That's 10 transactions on the Ethereum network. The Ethereum network only deals with like let's see, where is it at? 13.2 transactions per second right now. So we just filled up we filled it all up for that second period. We filled it up. So that means that there's a block about, I don't know, it's like every 20 seconds in Ethereum. I think it's actually a little less. So imagine that times 20. That's about how many transactions can go per block. So you're filling it up real fast when you're using DeFi like that. So with layer 2 solutions, everybody would just the smart contract would essentially pour the transactions into the layer 2 contract, and then the layer 2 contract would batch it and send it all at once. So it's one transaction, or maybe just two, or very few, instead of one, with everybody interacting with it, with single thing you do. So no, not an Ethereum 2.0 feature. The Ethereum 2.0 features are sharding. So like every 32 ETH node that people are running, they sort of batch those into regional portions, and then those all run portion of the blockchain each. Like, they all run separate, like, sharded blockchains and then communicate with each other, and it's significantly faster that way. EOS Pump, they're going to be going public as a SPAC IPO. Okay, that's why EOS is pumping right now. That makes sense. We were talking about EOS earlier. I was going over like the gainers of the day, like the biggest gainers of the day, and EOS was one of them, and somebody in the comments was like, why is EOS pumping? And I was like, I have no idea. I don't follow EOS at all. I don't like EOS. Yo, you really like Hex? Sure. 2, it's an additional risk management. Risk to manage then. Thanks for the answers. Yeah, kinda. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's going to be a lot of testing on these layer 2 solutions. I mean, optimistic rollups was supposed to come out like April 15th. It just didn't. Where is it? I don't know. It just didn't come out. I made a video on it and everything, and I was gonna tell everybody the day that it comes out, and I was like, I'll keep you guys updated. There's just, I mean, I could go onto their website and find out what the update is, but I don't know where it is. These layer 2 solutions. There's some layer 2 solutions, but a lot of the contracts just don't use them right now. And yeah, it is an additional risk to manage, because if you messed it up somehow, and then people are starting to send Ethereum to your smart contract, whether it's a gambling app or a game or a DeFi or something like that, and it gets stuck in that, that's Ethereum gone. It's just how do you get it out? It's kind of like the Lightning Network. Lightning Network, if you close the channel at the wrong time, you'll lose Bitcoin. Hello, brother. Hello, brother, to you. What about Algo? What about Algo? Ask me what about Algo. Hello, my brother. See good news for Ether. Yeah, EIP 1559 is coming out August 4th. It's going to burn a whole bunch of Ethereum. We can see how much Ethereum would actually be burned, and it's right now it's only 0.30, so we'd have a net of about 1.7. So that's going to cut down the Ethereum inflation by about 15% currently with the current demand for Ethereum. Once the transactions go up, though, it will be worth more. Hello, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. But if we go back a couple months in the Block Explorer, we'll see that the triple halving. What's the triple halving, Vorn? But if you go back a few months in the Block Explorer to like May, April, when Ethereum was like $4,000, you would see that right here, there's still 2 Ethereum static per reward, like the block reward, but the fees were like 5, 6, 7, up to 10 Ethereum per block. People were using Ethereum so much. That would be burned under EIP 1559. Imagine burning 10 Ethereum at $4,000. That's $40,000 in a 20-second period gone. And then the next block would be 8 or 9 Ethereum. So $32,000, $35,000, $36,000 burned, gone. Every 20 seconds. That's insane. Dink Doink token is the best, even though it sounds like what a mentally challenged person would say. Dink and Doink. Dink and Doink is the wrestling team, the clown wrestling team from the WWF back in the day. You don't know who Dink and Doink is? Dink and Doink! The wrestling team, the wrestling duo from the WWF back in the day. Dink and Doink. I don't know if it's the same thing though, but I just I remember Doink the Clown. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you guys do. The Bushwhackers. Dink and Doink. I remember when I was a kid, when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, maybe 9. I would watch WWE when it would come on. I don't know if it was WWE or WWF. I really don't care. Like, I haven't watched it in like 30 years basically. Like, but when I was a little kid, I remember Dink and Doink on TV. The triple halving. Oh man. So that is the good news for sure. We've gone over some other news today as well. But yeah, that's going to be less inflation on Ethereum all the time. So like, instead of getting 2 Ethereum per block, we're getting 1.7 net, like increased into the Ethereum blockchain, right? Every 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds on Ethereum, there's 2 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum. Now, currently at like this moment, it's going to be 1.7, 1.7, 1.7. So that's a little bit less. So that's about 15% less. And That's not a bad. That's not a bad. That's not a bad bet at all. You know. So, but when the congestion actually gets far higher, then that's a totally different story. That, I mean, then it's going to be actually deflationary for that period of time. Until the fees go back down. However, layer 2 solutions are going to keep the fees down. It's just a matter of like when are they actually going to come out. So, but yeah. What else, guys? What are you guys buying right now? Shill me your low cap altcoins. Who's got a low cap altcoin for us to look at? Who's got something for us to look at? That may be a game changer. Who's got that? Who's got that low cap hopium? Yeah, post merge Ethereum sell pressure going to drop 90%. Ethereum will undergo the equivalent of 3 halving events in the next 12 months. Yeah, pretty much. Analysts believe that a 30% reduction in circulating ether could take place, which is about half the effect of a single Bitcoin halving. Meanwhile, the transition to proof of stake might result in a supply shock event equivalent to 2 halvings. So we may have some serious explosion in the price of Bitcoin at the moment. Defo Hub. Let's take a look at Defo Hub. I remember Defo Hub. Wasn't this like the most confusing? Yeah, this was the most confusing cryptocurrency I've ever came across. You essentially make decentralized financial organizations. Isn't that the Defo? $2 at the moment. Decentralized flexible organizations. Yeah, that's right. God, I haven't looked. I remember when this was like the hot shit. Let's see what we got. Let's do the 1 year. Ouchies. Ouchies, Defo Hub. Yeah, we need we need the market to really come back. We need some really good news to bring the market cap back up. I got some Energy Web token recently. Yeah, I bought Energy Web token when it was like $18 and I sold it at like $22 or something like that. Like, so I just made a quick buck. Energy Web token. Yeah. Yeah, now it's down to 5. Oh my God. What did I buy it at? I think I bought it like... I bought it close to the top, and then I sold it for 20 something. I think I got to 21 on KuCoin. So I sold it like right at the top, and then I didn't buy back in. So I made a few bucks. I mean, I had a whole bunch of it, but like, I think I only sold it for like $2 higher. So it was like a 10%, maybe like a 15% gain, and then sold it off. So yeah, I didn't get too much out of Energy Web token, but made a little bit. SLP, I need milk to get up because I F it up. Yes, it's a hidden gain changer and down price. Is Compound low cap? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't call that low cap. 2.3 billion market cap. I wouldn't call that a low cap coin. Not today, you know. It's not doing too bad though. Like, it did have its high there, but it's really not too bad. But I wonder what it's going to do after this if it's going down. Yeah, the symmetry pick. Yeah, a Defo Hub. I remember riding that Chico pump. What's riding the Chico pump? OX Bitcoin. What is that? Not even searchable. Oh yeah, because Chico shilled Energy Web token. I do remember that. Yeah, that was that was the Chico pump. You're right. That was the Chico pump. Yeah, because Chico made a video and he had Energy Web token in it, and that was when that was probably around when I bought. I think I bought somewhere around here, and then it got to like $20, 20.50. I could have swore I sold it like 21 on KuCoin. I think it was a little bit higher than what it's saying here. And then yeah, I just let it go. I just took the funds and left. Umbrella Network. I remember that UMB. Isn't that the one where they like can encrypt anything, like encrypt the password, something like that? Or what was that one? Umbrellas Networks layer 2 Oracle. Okay, this is just an Oracle. Okay. Yeah, this is different. Umbrella Network, huh? Just an Oracle? Kind of like Chainlink, huh? Ooh, boy. Maybe you could get something out of it by buying all the way down here. That's hard to say, man. That is a consistent crash. That is not a good looking one. 0x Bitcoin. Is that what you search for? It's just not even. Don't try that. Bottomed out, making a move up. Another YouTuber said he's got 25% of UMB. Well, his wealth is going down pretty quick, which that'll happen. That'll happen, boys. Let's check out something. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be on Twitch next. I think. I'm not sure. It depends on the viewership here. It depends on how things are going. Hey guys, hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. We got 44 likes. Let's try to get that to 50 likes. If you guys have not hit the like button yet, please do so. Let's get that to 50 likes. You can share the video if you want to help me out. Also, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that so much. I make a live stream every Friday at about 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I make videos every time there is good news out there, so usually every couple days or so. We're at 45. Let's get it to 50. Anybody that hasn't hit the like button, woo woo. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak calls Bitcoin a miracle, says it's better than gold. I agree. I think Satoshi Nakamoto deserves a Nobel Prize in economics. I'll share your videos. I appreciate that. If your government is fearful of individual control of financial privacy, you should really take a closer look at your government. Yeah, everybody tries. Welcome to the world, crypto grandma. Crypto's a long game. People bought in the peak in 2017, had to wait 3 years to break even. Your time frame to hold should be 5+ years. I totally agree with that. Yeah, buying all throughout 2018 would have been nice. Hackers steal 45,000 Bitcoin from New Zealand police wallet. Good. You liked as soon as possible. I appreciate that. We're at 46. I'm not. Maybe everybody in the chat has already hit that like button to get me to 50. It's 0, not Bitcoin. I know. I typed 0x Bitcoin. There we go. 50 cents, and it's an Ethereum token. Oh God, the first pure mined ERC20 token for Ethereum using the Solidity SHA-3 hashing algorithm. The smart contract follows the original Satoshi Nakamoto white paper to form a fundamentally sound, trustless currency. I'll bet. This combines the scarcity and fair distribution model of Bitcoin with the speed and extensibility of the Ethereum network. The speed that's basically like 50% faster than Bitcoin, but fair enough, I guess. 50 cent. Let's see what we got with that long term. Let's look at the 1 year. Oh, that's not too bad. If you were to bought all the way back there, it's actually pretty popular. It's quite a bit of volume back then. Now the volume's kind of going away. But yeah, that would have been pretty reasonable profit for sure. I don't get why anybody would even buy it, but to make money, I suppose. I mean, fair, it looks like a whale bought a whole bunch here, like way too much. Like he hit the wrong button. Look at this. This guy hit the wrong button. He's like, oh, only 10% slippage, huh? Boom! $1.80. Oh, shit. Oh, no. That's a bad... Dude, he made a mistake, dude. The sirens are wailing and shit. Meat Vestments is throwing their papers around. All the Meat Vestment Accountants are jumping out the windows. Oh no. It's like, well, it's only going to be 10% slippage. Boom! Oh shit, I accidentally bought $2.4 million of it. Oh, whoops, 1.5. My bad. That's a terrible mistake. I could see that from space. Let's take a closer look at that. Let's do the replay here. Let's get let's get this on the Jumbotron. Oh no. 1.5 million. Wrecked. Oh, that's good. Thank you for this one. I appreciate this. This was the best coin so far anybody's shilled at the moment. It actually made people money when buying it at 9 cents, and it looks like we got a whale that messed up real bad. So I like that. Well, let's see. What's all this volume right here? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, whoops. Good times. We love you, crypto. Let's see. Zero. Yeah. I get that. Sotko rocks. Thanks, Zachary Krieg. Orchid's been moving. Oh man, I haven't heard of Orchid since it came out. Orchid protocol. O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Let's see. 18. Let's see where we're going. It's coming back a little bit. What's Orchid even do? Orchid program bandwidth sellers into a structured peer-to-peer network. Seeing the Orchid market, customers connect to the Orchid market, pay bandwidth sellers in order to form a proxy chain to a specific resource on the internet. Okay. I really like these ideas, but like nobody ever uses them. Does anybody actually use this sort of thing though? That's what that's a problem with a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Like nobody's actually going to do it. And it's like there was I remember like Meep. I remember that Meep Vestment Spider VPN back in the day in like 2018, and it's like you used a spider to like make a VPN, and like that's what you use to pay their VPN service is like Spider. But like everybody just uses like Amazon Web Service, like AWS, and like it's like nobody actually does that though. Like the Orchid protocol organizes bandwidth sellers into a structured peer-to-peer network. Termed the Orchid market. Well, I got a lot of bandwidth to sell. I got that Verizon Fios. Ain't a joke. I got 900 down, boys. 900 up and 900 down. It ain't a joke. What place in the planet is there faster internet than that? 900 up and down. Woo! I could sell me some bandwidth, right? But like nobody ever does it. Like why? It just pull up uTorrent. Just let it go. Like your bandwidth is going to be your bandwidth. I guess. I don't know. Spider was sick, yeah. Those sick Spider VPN gains. Oh man, dude, is that still? Can you even still like look at that Spider? What was it Spider DAO? Is it Spider DAO now? Did they change it? I think they changed it. Is it this now? Used to be Spider VPN. I don't know if this is SPDR. I think that's Spider. Max January 21st though. So I don't think this is it. I don't think it's even like tracked anymore. What's an Oracle? It's like a piece of software that tells other pieces of software what to do. It's basically like a CPU of software. It's basically like an AI piece of software that receives information and then sends it where it needs to go. I've only got $500 in it from a year ago. Just wanted your output. What of what? Which one do you have? Need crypto? Oh, the Bitcoin from a year ago. Yeah, I mean, I really don't see it like I don't know. It might recover. I just don't see the demand for it. So if you bought this a year ago, why not? I would just sell this, dude. At 50%, that's huge gains. You're basically going to make 5 times your money if you bought this a year ago. I really don't see this like recovering. I don't see why it would. Like why there would be so much demand for this that it would go up. That's just me though. Like, I mean, fuck me, in a year it could be $3, and I'm sorry, but like, I I wouldn't let it bleed you anymore. Just, I mean, if you bought this a year ago at like 10 or 9 cents, why not? Like, just get your money. I don't know. No, they are wrecked. They exit scammed. Oh man, Spider exit scam. How do you exit scam a blockchain? That's what I never got. It's just like, you know, like blockchains are one, you know, like tokens and contracts are one thing, but blockchains, like they just keep going. It's like if you keep running it, it's just gonna keep going. Keep network. What's Keep? Let's check it out. Keep network. Checking out some low alt cap coins. Keep network. 28 cents. Hot shit. What's the max? What did this get started like? Oh man, $6. Boom! Holy shit! What does it do? Keep network functions as a privacy layer for public blockchains by building bridges between public blockchains and private data. Their products include TBTC, which allows users to deposit Bitcoin and redeem an ERC20 compatible version that can be used for DeFi protocols. Okay, so basically depositing it and getting like wrapped Bitcoin. Okay. That's a viable bridge between public and private data. All right. It's boring jargon. Oh boy, it's not looking good though. That's just a downtrend. Although I guess the whole market is sort of downtrending, so I mean, but during the big bull run right here, when we had like that 60,000 Bitcoin, we had 75. So it could go back to that during a big bull run, but hard to say. So maybe you buy there. That's a hard maybe. That's like a granite maybe. What else we got, boys? What else we got? Hello, Alex. What's up? I'm in love with my Romanian Taco Bell. I can't sell. Government is greedy. Why not? Why not sell? Because you don't want to pay the taxes? But if you made 5 times your money and you bought it at 10 cents and now it's at 50 cents... If you want to see a great fail coin, then take a look at WeCoin. All right. WeCoins. I'm in love with my Romanian Taco Bell. Yeah. I've been really practicing, Alex. I've been really practicing. My Romanian Taco Bell. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Do you hear that shit? Romanian Taco Bell. God, man, they got them Taco Bells in Romania. Whew. I wonder if their menu's the same. I want the link to a Romanian Taco Bell. Thanks, Alex. I feel like a valet, and I just gave you your car keys, and I'm like, and I just got nothing, and you just got in your car and left. That's how I feel, Alex. That's how I feel. I demand a Romanian Taco Bell dollar donation in Taco Bell dollars. A Romanian Taco Bell gift card. What do you think about a try? Oh, I gotta check. Hold on, we gotta check out WeCoins first. Sorry, I got caught up with Romanian Taco Bell. Ah, man, Romanian Taco Bell. So sorry, guys. I know you're like, what is this Romanian Taco Bell? So, a friend of mine lives in Romania, and I asked him if there was Taco Bells in Romania, and he said yes, there's Taco Bells in Romania, and he gave me the address of a Taco Bell, and sure as shit, there's Taco Bells in Romania. And which I thought was a little silly, which from my perspective as an American, I thought was silly. Okay. Like there's no reason that Romanians should not have Taco Bell. But I just think to myself, like, if I was going to go like, tour Romania, like I was going to be a tourist, like the last thing that I would want would be Taco Bell. You know, I'd be like, I want some like Romanian food. You know what I mean? Like I want to see the Romanian, like the cool beans Romanian things to see and buildings and structure and architecture, and I want to try Romanian food, not fucking Taco Bell. But for the people that live in Romania, they want some fucking Taco Bell, and I get it. So I just feel it's weird. Romanian Taco Bell. It's just a weird concept. That's all. It's just a little strange. They deserve Taco Bells. I'm just saying. Okay, we got a lot of coins. We got to catch up here. Wii coins. Why is this coin a big fail? I'm not seeing it. This coin just came out, and it's actually kind of trending slightly upwards. Let's see. Wii coins is a currency created for use in e-commerce. Oh, man. E-commerce? Isn't that like Bitcoin? Earned Wii coins can be redeemed on the Wii sale platform. You can buy many products on this platform with WCS.U. What? You can stack Wii coins. You can earn up to 570 Wii coins per month by running a master node with 7500 Wii coins. Wow. Meep! Bro. Meep. Time to buy 7,500 Wii coins. Meep Vestments. Write the check. 7,500 Wii coins for a master node. And you can earn 570 Wii coins per month by running your Wii coin master node. Meep Vestments is all over it, dude. They're just scrambling. Papers are flying. Chairs are falling down. Fires are being started. Meep Vestments is running a Wii coin already. They're already over it. Anyway, let's see what else we got. A try. What is a try? Acai berry. Failure. We're just going to... Okay, here's the thing. If you guys type... Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, guys. If you guys type out a low-cap altcoin that you think that everybody should take a look at, and you type out a name like a try, and it doesn't show up in CoinGecko, we're moving on. Okay, we're not going to be doing a big investigation to find your coin. So bring up CoinGecko, and if you type in what you're going to type in the chat and it doesn't come up on here, don't even bother. Thank you guys though. Injective protocol. All right. See what I mean? Injective protocol. It comes right up. Thank you, Roger Blaze. Blaze one up for me. 6.90. All right. Okay. $6.99. Let's see. What do we got here? Injective protocol. Just says it's a circulating supply. Doesn't even have any data on it. Okay, these are my favorite ones. Injectiveprotocol.com. Access is limited. Yeah, we're not even going to bother with that. Thank you, Roger Blaze. I don't know what this coin does. And it's trending downwards very quickly. Good stuff. The Graph. But the Graph isn't a very low cap coin. Graph is like $1 billion coin. 2 billion market cap. This is not a low cap coin, gentlemen. The Graph, though, is going up. Is trending upwards so far. Let's take a look out a little bit further, though. Oh, God. Okay, so today it's trending upwards. But so far, not a bad buy if you bought it at like 40 cents. That's for sure. I do kind of like the idea of the Graph, though. I really do actually like the idea of the Graph. I like the idea of graphing multiple blockchains for like data scientists and stuff like that. I think that's cool. I don't mind that unless the Graph is used against us and governments are using it. Thanks. Best song ever, but is in Romanian. I don't get it. Thoughts on SGE? Did I not look at SGE yet? I don't know what that is. Society of Galactic Exploration? What? Okay, it's way up. It's up 11% today. What is this? Okay, it just came out not that long ago, till May. Trending downwards, though. SGE is a foundational ERC20 token that supports celebrates space exploration. The development and marketing wallet will allow the SGE team to produce a mobile application that permits users to control remote telescopes. Okay, that's kind of cool. WeCoin company uses 4 coins or so. Okay, he's 10. Meep Vestments is gonna 100x it just by buying so many for masternodes. They're running like 8 masternodes as we speak, getting those 570 coins per day per masternode. The brainwash WeCoin is my favorite one so far. Thanks whoever came out with WeCoin. The brainwash everyone on their pad public meetings at WeCoin. Donkey. What? Donkey. Oh man, it's Donkey Coin. Up 2.4%. Kindly beware of liquidity related risks. Okay, that's the kind of notification I want to see when I ask people, I want a low cap awesome altcoin. I want to see a fucking warning when I look it up. That's what I want to see. Immy, he's on the right path. Immy is on the right path. That's what I want to see. I want to see fucking warnings when I look up coins. That's low cap. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh no. Oh God, the losses. Social trading meets yield farming. Find your favorite farmers, follow their strategies, and boost your yield with Donkey Coin. Okay, well I think a lot of people are following the wrong person on this one. I'm pretty sure there was a bit of an error. I think a couple mistakes were made on this one. Good stuff though. Thank you. Barn Bridge. Oh, we got another donkey. Barn Bridge. Oh, here we go. Yeah. For trading on Barnwidge on Uniswap, Bond USD. Okay, this is close enough. I wanted a warning, but I will go with that. We'll go with that one. Fuck is Barn Bridge? Cross-platform protocol for tokenizing risk. Totally. Cross-platform protocol with decentralized nature for 70 tokens for tokenizing risk. Yeah, there you go, boys. It's all the explanation you need to know. You don't ask questions. Don't ask any questions when they tell you everything you need to know. Why are you guys asking questions? It's right there. Cross-platform protocol for tokenizing risk. Right? Oh man, Barn Bridge. It looks like the State Farm logo or something. State Farm is there. Hot Pockets. Okay, Barn Bridge is... I like its explanation. That's the best part about this one. We don't even need to look at the price. We don't need to look at the tokenomics. I just go right for the description. A cross-platform protocol for tokenizing risks. Everybody asking in the chat, hey, MrSotko, I'm on a different level. I don't know what that means. I need you to tell me, the glorious, worldwide, renowned expert with the most subscribers on YouTube. Tell me what a cross-platform protocol for tokenizing risk is. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'd tell you guys, but I don't want to. I don't. We're just going on to the next one. Ergo or Haven Coin? Ergo sounds familiar. Look at this. Look at Alex trying to bust in 2 coins in here. Guys, 1 coin per line. There are rules to this. Look in the description below. There are rules. There are rules to this. First of all, it's got to be searchable. And second one, you can't just say 2 coins per line. That's like skipping the line. Ergo, 617. Ergo sounds familiar. It sounds like this coin's been around for a long time. Has it? Yeah, like since 18. Yeah. Oh, man, it bottomed out something fierce. 19 cents up to like an average of like $10. Oh, God, that's a good steal. And if you had the balls to buy this at 10 cents, woo! Even right now with it dumping, you'd have like 60 times your money. Oh, man. It just goes to show, boys. Buy. When you see something that's 10 cents like that, man, might as well. Why did it explode after that, though? Did they have some kind of like mainnet explosion or something? Ergo platform. What does this do? Flexible blockchain protocol. Ergo is designed for developing decentralized applications with the main focus of providing an efficient, secure, and easy way to. So it's like a smart contract coin. Okay. Man, that's juicy. I wish 10 cents to $6. I mean, you could probably sold up at 10, but even right now it's $6. Eesh, 60 times your money. Ain't a joke. Bring up million token, bro. Let's see how it's doing. Okay. Which one? Is it this one that the guy made? It was founded by Tech Lead. Yeah. It's actually trending up today. It's kind of coming up, but dude, this guy's going to get totally arrested. You guys realize that, right? This guy is going to get totally arrested. He's going to get super arrested. It might take a year, but I guarantee I'm going to have a news article like in a year from now being like, you guys remember that Tech Lead? Oh, I got some juicy drama for you today. Sauce, right? And it's going to be this guy getting like busted by the SEC. Dude, he told everybody on Twitter and shit. I know. Some people are like, oh, it was a joke. No, dude, no. You can't tell investors of something that it's going to be a certain price. That's not how the law works. Otherwise, like Apple would be like, buy our stock. It's going to be $1,000, right? Why wouldn't Apple do that, right? Because it's fucking illegal, like super illegal. You can't do that. You can't tell everybody this is going to be $100 million. And then people are going to buy into it. No, that's not. You could easily sue this guy when it's not $100 million. The SEC is going to absolutely obliterate this dude. Holy shit, man. You can't do that's like I made Sotko coin. I have my own coin. It's called Sotko coin. It's a real fucking coin, right? But I've had the idea. I'm like, maybe I should try to sell it, right? You know, like get it dispersed, like sell it real cheap to people. But then I'm like, nah, I don't feel like going to jail, right? For selling an unregistered security. I have given it out. Like when you donate to me, you can, send me a public key for ERC20 and I'll send you some Sotko coin. But that is not, you're not paying for the Sotko coin. You are donating to me. And in return, once in a while, I sent somebody out just once so far, Sotko coin, right? As a reward. But no, you can't tell people shit's going to be $100 million. That's not how it works. Holy shit, that's illegal. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Bro, dude, if I was sitting in Tech Lead's room, like I was his buddy, man, like we like fist fucking bump and shit, and he was like, dude, bro, I'm gonna spend $1 million on my own token and then make it, and it'll be like a minimum $1 million token. And I'm like, no, holy shit, no, you definitely can't do that. You're an intelligent person. You're a programmer, used to work at Facebook and fucking Google and shit, and you think you can get away with telling people that it's going to be $100 million and stuff? No! Oh my God! No, don't do that. He'd be like, why? Man, that's fucking illegal, man. The SEC is going to come after you real fast, real soon. Dude, the SEC is going to come at you like Batman. Dark, swift, and terrifying. They're going to be at your door one day. Oh my God, man. Million token. He's going to get wrecked. It might not be this week. It might not be next month. It might take a year because the SEC is pretty slow. This guy's going to get arrested. Holy shit. He is going to owe so much money. They're going to take all this dude's money. He ruined his career and he didn't even know it. There's no way that you can sell your own token like this. Not in the US. Maybe if you were in a different country, you could get away with it, but the United States securities laws are very strict. In fact, a lot of those ICOs from 2017 and 2018, they had to give all their money up. They all got like arrested, or they got fined, or they all had to shut down their business. I could probably Google tons of it for you guys right now. You guys could do it. Just Google US ICO gets shut down or something like that. That's why a lot of cryptocurrencies do not come from the United States. That's why remember, you guys remember the ICO craze when you'd go to sign up to an ICO and it would say, if you're in the United States, we can't sell it to you, because they're unregistered securities in the United States. If there is a stock or an object, or you sell somebody something, and with the mere intent that it's going to go up in price, it's a security. Aside from like real estate and some certain properties, if you sell something connected to you, or a coin or something like that with the and you're selling it to people with the expectation that it's going to go up in price, you are selling a security. You are selling an unregistered security. Yeah, I didn't make it up. It's the United States. Hey, I don't like it, but this guy's gonna get wrecked, dude. Holy shit! I'm telling you guys now. Missed the ICO's train. You didn't miss shit. People say BTC is going to 1 million all the time. It's part of the game. Yeah, but nobody's connected to BTC. I can say that BTC is going to go up to $1 million because I didn't sell it to you. It's not a security. The United States has claimed that Bitcoin is not a security. It is a currency. The SEC tried to claim that both Ethereum and Bitcoin were securities. Both of them got shot down, and both Ethereum and Bitcoin are not securities. They are currencies. So this guy would have to argue that this is a currency, but he told everybody it's going to be $100 million. You don't see Vitalik Buterin going out there and saying that Ethereum is going to be $100,000. Well, he probably could because it's a currency. The SEC already claimed on it. But you can't sell somebody something and tell them that it's going to go up in price, or you're selling them a security. Sotko protocol, what does it do? Absolutely nothing. I can send it to you and you can send it to me. Tried sending you the link to the GitHub, but it won't let me on Twitter. Okay. The new MEV is like MEV on crack. So good. I can't wait. What's the point of him doing this? Is he trying to prove something? Don't get it. I don't know. He's trying to make a lot of money. He put like $1 million of his own dollars into it, so it has a minimum. It has a minimum liquidity of $1 million. So it has a minimum price of $1 because there's 1 million coins. So therefore, there's a minimum price of $1 as long as he doesn't sell any. But the problem is he started moving his liquidity out after it started going up in price. So he basically sold a unregistered security to everybody and then told them it was going to be $100 million, and he started moving some of his money out. So he didn't really rug pull anybody, because as long as more liquidity is coming in, he's slowly pulling that liquidity out, it really works out to the same. But he kind of is, because he's taking out something that is now worth more money than what he put into it. So he made a security. He's selling a security, period. I guess just to make money. He's claiming that if everybody puts in money to it, it'll be $100 million token, and it's not good. BTC is property. Yeah, they register. Yeah, it's like a currency property. Sure, why not? They denied the fact that it was a security, so it's not a security. That's the only important thing. So I could tell you, yeah, Bitcoin. I could tell you that. I could sit here and tell you guys this coin's going to be $1 million, but I'm not selling it to you. I didn't make it. It's not my security. I can do that, but I can't make Sotko coin and then list it on exchanges and then tell everybody that it's going to be $1 million, and you guys all go out and buy it and then make me rich. No, I'm going to get totally busted. Totally busted. Sooner or later, totally. Yeah, I just sold you guys an unregistered security. I can't do that. It's not legal. I made Sotko coin a long time ago, and a few times I thought, man, maybe I should try to sell it. Like maybe like people will like it, like as an NFT, like as part of the channel, they'll donate and I'll, and buy it from me. But then I was like, no, that's not good, because then I'm literally selling somebody false promises. I'm selling somebody a fucking security. Ethereum huge news. What is it? I was late to the discussion. It's fucking EIP 1559 coming August 4th. Gonna start burning them transaction fees. And then eventually when proof of stake comes along, that's going to be a huge incentive. So it's like the triple halving action. Let's see. We still got Dink and Doink on here from the Dink and Doink token. They call it the triple halving that's coming up right now. Probably make a video on this too. Ethereum enthusiasts are waiting for the delayed release of the London hard fork, EIP 1559. This, combined with the transition of proof of stake, is considered equivalent to a triple halving. The upcoming London hard fork is a critical milestone in the Ethereum roadmap leading to the release of ETH 2.0. It will change the protocol's consensus or algorithm to to proof of stake and restructure the monetary policy. Currently, transaction fees calculated EIP 1559. It basically goes on to say that among other changes will result from the EIP 1559. The most notable one is 70% of transaction fees on the Ethereum network will be burned, meaning that this supply will be deleted from circulation. The remaining 30% will be delivered to stakers as an additional staking reward in addition to their regular issuance. The significant drop in Ether supply is key to driving Ethereum's price, since it makes a deflationary asset, at least somewhat. So post merge, I like this, what this guy says basically. Post merge, Ethereum sell pressure will drop 90%. For BTC sell pressure to reduce this much, it takes 3 halving events. I'll repeat, ETH will undergo the equivalent of 3 halving events in the next 12 months. Ethereum's triple halving has its roots in the reduction in supply. Following a successful upgrade, a drop in sell pressure is expected. Analysts believe that a 30% reduction in circulating Ether could take place, which is about half of the effect of a single Bitcoin halving. Meanwhile, the transition to proof of stake might result in a supply shock equivalent to 2 halvings. So we got the triple halving coming up here. Shiba Coin still not going up despite Shiba Swap going online. Shiba Swap, yeah, Shiba Swap is very unsafe. Let's see this one. Yeah, so Shiba Swap unsafe, worst DEX ever, thrashes DeFi safety with just 3% review score. So one such DEX launched recently, just about 2 days before on Thursday, is the Shiba Swap. The DEX is completely based on the Dogecoin follower Shiba Inu. Despite the quiet success, Shiba brought out the DEX Shiba Swap with mind-blowing offers and additives to the instant liquidity providers. As a result, the total value locked account for $1 billion within 24 hours. Citing this, the most renowned and only one of its kind, the decentralized platform analyzer, reviewer, and critic DeFi Safety put forth its views on Shiba Swap. Also, they made it official through a tweet. DeFi Safely abruptly thrashed Shiba Swap as the worst DEX so far ever. In addition, they gave it a score of just 3% out of 100%. Also, they just highlighted not to invest through ShibSwap, as it is the same as losing your money through a black hole. Yeah, so ShibSwap, not looking so good. Have you ever looked at Helium? Yes. I gave a few miners on order. Pretty interesting project. Yeah, Helium will work good if you're in a dense neighborhood. If you're by yourself, not so much. And that dense neighborhood also has to have the Helium miners as well. Hey guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, we are at 50 likes, and I super appreciate that. But let's see how many more we can get. Let's get 55 likes. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, oh my God, subscribe. Holy shit. Holy shit. That there's somebody out there that still hasn't subscribed to MrSotko. Oh my God. So we got live. What do you get when you subscribe? I'm glad you guys asked. You get live stream every Friday. A live stream every Friday. That ain't a joke, right? You guys are watching it right now. It ain't a joke. And you get videos as often as I can make them about the crypto news world. You're going to get the best. I take all the garbage news. I throw that in the trash. Boop. Boop, I throw it over my shoulder. You guys don't want that garbage news? Go through here. Go through here and look at all this garbage news. It's all trash. Look at this TA, price analysis, nonsense. You know, people saying that Bitcoin's going to be $100 million, whatever, right? That ain't news. That ain't going to affect your wallet. I'm going to find the ones that do. What bike you're riding? Last I saw, you had yours stolen. Wow, that was 2016, I think that happened. Maybe 2015. So that was a long time ago, Grubers. I bought a R1 after that, a 2008 R1, and I bought a I have a 2020 R1 now. But yeah, give us subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. There's no time. There isn't any time for any one of you. Yeah, it was a long time ago. How long have you been subscribed to the channel, Grubers? Oh my God. I saw you at a bike festival last year. Um. One of my live streams. Do you mean like, one of the ride outs in Pittsburgh? I was recording. It might have been last year. Yeah, last year there was a lot of ride outs. Yeah. But no, I haven't had a bike stolen. No. No, sir. No, sir. Haven't had no bike stolen. Let's see. What else we got? Just a moment for everybody. Everybody. Hmm. Yeah, I got a little ride thing going on tomorrow too as well. But yeah, I'm gonna also be live on favorite games playing lately. I like Company of Heroes 2, so I've been playing that for a long time. But I've been playing Company of Heroes 2 lately, and the Burning Crusade Classic for World of Warcraft. So I'm gonna be on Twitch after this though, playing some games. I might hop on Company of Heroes 2, but that's not just yet. Sorry, I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, this is let's see. That's my bike. It's a 2020 R1. That's what I've been riding. That's what you seen last year too. So if you said you seen like an online like live stream I did like when I was at a ride out, that's it. Do you still play Hunt Showdown? No, I haven't played that in a long time. That was a good game though. I just ran out of people to play it with. Like I didn't have any friends to play it with. Like I had a couple friends that played it, and then eventually they just, I don't know, they just kind of stopped playing it. We moved on to like Apex and stuff. But yeah, that's yeah, I'm just sweaty as a bastard in that picture because I was doing 90-degree twisties and shit. So yeah, I was burning up. So don't mind how like a ghost I look. It was 90 degrees and I was doing twisties, and a lot of the times there was cars in front of me, so I was going slow. But I did some twisties the other day. Like there was this guy on because I'm in these Facebook groups for Pittsburgh. Like you can type like Pittsburgh bike life and Pittsburgh like 412 bike life and 412 moto or something like that. There's mostly Pittsburgh bike life. Like if you got face people, and there's a big group on there for this city, and we like you can just basically like ask like, hey, anybody riding today, and somebody will be like, yeah, I'm riding today, where do you want to go? And but anyway, there was this guy, he was like he's a friend of mine, and he's like, oh, I can ride from 5 to 8 tonight if anybody wants to ride. And nobody answered him. And so I was like, hey, I got like an hour, let's go out. And so I met him, and he's got a brand new like 2021 636 he just bought, or maybe it's a 2020. But it was a KRT version, so it's like an $11,000 636. It's like the enhanced version of the new 636. And he wanted to go out. So we went to some twisties that I know, like south of me. And boy, man, I got that thing down. I almost scraped my jeans on the road. I need to get a leather suit with the knee pucks on it, because I can get that bike down pretty deep. Like I could scrape knee easy on the road. Um, I just can't because I don't have knee pucks. So I would literally scrape my jeans, and it would probably wrench me off the motorcycle. So I can't do that. Um, But yeah, there's something I'm doing tomorrow. I'm either going up north like 100 miles. I put my guns in the car, and my wife went up to her parents' house for the evening, and like to have dinner with her sister and shit like that. And so I put the guns in the back of the car because tomorrow there's a little shooting event with some family. And I don't know if I'm going to make it to that or not, but if I do, I'll probably post some pictures. I don't know if you guys have Instagram, but I have an Instagram. Yeah, it's not even in my social media on the stream. But I have an Instagram, and like I post pictures of my bike and shit like that and some of my exploits on there. And I'll probably post some pictures of the shooting because I'm just going to be bringing an AR and a pistol, but I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other guns there. Everybody's going to bring their shit. But I don't know if I'm going to be going up because I have to ride my motorcycle up there 100 miles north, and which isn't a problem because Too Wicked. My motorcycle is named Too Wicked, by the way. Let me type it out in chat because it's a very specific type. It's Too Wicked, like from, but there's a 4, so put an exponent of 4 on the end of there, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Show is so funny. But anyway, so no problem to ride all the way up there, but I think it's going to be raining later on in the day, and I don't want to ride home and get caught in a torrential downpour, so I might just go out riding tomorrow. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be shooting or riding, but it should be a good day. Should be a good day tomorrow. But yeah, that's about all I have for today. Anybody have anything to say? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got a story, a crypto story? Anybody want to chat or something like that? What do we got, guys? What do you guys want? You know what? Hold that thought, ladies and gentlemen. Post it in chat. What do you guys want? Do some chat, do some questions, look at some more altcoins. Either way, I'm going to shut down the stream after we're done and for about 10 or 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go live on Twitch instead and play some games, bullshit some more, probably rage a little bit at some games and my terrible allies, something like that. Beer time, talk about beer time. That's fair enough. I don't think I have any. I have an old beer. I have a beer. Look how much dust actually this beer has on it. It's been sitting on my desk for a really long time. I brought it up for an old live stream and I drank a few of them and then I just left that one there and it's been sitting there like the whole time. It's been sitting there for like months, I think. I want sick gains and random charts filled with ranting. Okay, let's do that real fast. This chart. Why isn't it going up in price? Look at this chart. Look. I'll give it for you, Meep. As long as you always support my channel, and I'll give you what you want. Hey, what's this chart so low? What's going on here? Hey, look at this RSI going up and then it's going down and then it's going up. I'll give you some random charts filled with ranting. Why isn't this price $5,000 yet? Let's look at this indicator here, this auto fib retracement. What is this, kids? Boo. It's not good enough for me. Was that good? Did you guys like that rant? This fucking chart. It's just a bunch of kids. Why don't you go play in the street or something? Go play some hockey in the fucking street or go down and get some candy or something. You're just a bunch of kids hanging around here. You're just hanging around at $2,158. I want you at $4,000. Your mother wants you at fucking $4,000. Ethereum? What you fucking doing here? Fucking kids. How about that one? That's all you get. I want some cookies, or did I misunderstand this? I have some cookies downstairs. It needs more line on it. Okay. Fucking lines. You want some lines? Look at this fucking line going all the way down here. The price should be fucking going down. But if I take the line and I go up from fucking here, right here, give me a line, huh? If I had a line and I was going up like this, then the price should be $2,300. What's going on with that confliction? Was people making TA up as they make little lines and shit. Let's get a Fibonacci. Where's my fib? Where's my fib retracement? Why isn't it giving me my... Oh, here we go. Oh, no, I gotta put the fib. I haven't used fib in so long. Bunch of kids. Oh, give me my Fibonacci retracement. Oh, let's see where the price is gonna go next with fucking Fibonacci. There we go. Hey, if it gets down here, it's going to go all the way down here to this Fibonacci retracement. If it gets up to here, we're definitely going to be up to $2,225. Bunch of kids. There you go, guys. That's the best TA, man. Oh, I know, guys. Well, I'm just a bunch of... What are these wise guys? Oh, man, there's so many wise guys. This would blow up. You should really make a TA video chat like that. Maybe I will. So, I'll give you guys the scoop because... There's only 22 of you. My wife was going to do yesterday's news video. I didn't make a news video yesterday, but I was going to have my wife do it. So next couple videos, when you click on it and it's my wife doing the news instead of me, don't ask any questions. Okay? Because I think that's going to be hilarious because people are going to have no idea why my wife is doing the news. And it's going to be her instead, just once with no explanation why. So there's going to be that. But Christian, maybe I will make a, that is actually a really good idea, Christian. Thank you for that. I will just make a fake TA video talking about Ethereum and I'll do this. The boss is taking over. You fucking so in charge of you ordering pizza. The boss is coming through. Make sure you guys look like you're doing something with your Fibonacci retracements. I'd watch a Mr. Wise Guy. Mr. Wise Guy Sotko TA video. Okay, guys. Hey, I'm going to take a quick union break. Crypto Mafia. Yeah, dude. Well, that's what my Discord is all about. If you guys don't have... my Discord yet, it's in the description of the video. It's in the description of the live stream right now. If you guys haven't joined my Discord, that's the Discord is literally called Lil Brotino's Pizza, and it's about the whole thing is mafia oriented. So yeah. So join my Discord, follow me on Twitter. Come on, guys. Why don't you follow me on Twitter? I only got like 600 followers on Twitter. Oh my guys are giving me and your mother a headache. Giving us all headaches not following me on. Oh God, if your grandmother only knew, you ain't following MrSotko on Twitch, because I'm going to go live on Twitch today. You're giving us all headaches. You gotta go play in the street. Follow me on Twitch, guys. I'll be right back. Enjoy my sponsors. I gotta go take a quick union break. That's probably gonna include a massive diarrhea, smoking, and whatever else I want to do while you guys wait on me. Okay? See you in 2 or 3 minutes. All right, bunch of kids. Why aren't you buying more Ethereum? Why isn't this price going up? Why you keep selling it? Forget about all that selling. Forget about it. There's too much selling going on. I don't like it. Make some lines. Make it go up more. Oh, jeez. The Ethereum price is not going up fast enough. Helmut and Peter assured me it would go to $5,000. I was assured it would be $6,000. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all showing up. You know what we're gonna do? One last time, ladies and gentlemen. One last time. Let's do just a little bit of shilling. Just a little bit of shilling. Follow me, guys, on Twitch. I'm going to be live on Twitch probably 10 or 20 minutes, something like that. I'm going to reset my my dealio here. I'm going to stream to Twitch. I'm going to play a couple games or something like that. Give me a follow on there. Please give me a follow. Oh, my God, I need that follow. So a bunch of kids giving me headaches, not following me wherever I go. And Twitter. How do you think BTC will play out in El Salvador? I think it'll be all right for now. It's hard to say. I think there'll be some companies that'll move there, but we'll have to see how long it takes. All right, guys. I'm going to be live on Twitch in 10 or 20 minutes. If you want to catch me on there, go ahead. It's 1:30 a.m. Change direction to the horizontal state. Great, like every time. See you soon. Alrighty, Christian. I will see you next time. Big news. Big news. I know. But I'll see you guys on Twitch in a little bit. I appreciate y'all showing up. I appreciate the donations, the follows, the subscriptions, all that stuff to Twitch, to Twitter, the subscriptions on YouTube, the couple super chats I got. I appreciate that as well. MT Coiner, thank you for that. The fastest super chatter in the world. $10 super chat before I even said a word. I appreciate that guy. Catch you guys in a bit.